Hi there. Remember me? James Donnelly, formerly of the Shadow Gallery Comics. And my popular catchphrase, new comics, bleh, no. Nope. Not going to do it because that's stupid. It was meant in a fun way when I was doing it, but now it's just, no, I'm not going there. I wanted to talk today, for the last time, really, about why I stopped my YouTube channel in the first place. And I know that at the time, what I may have said was that, well, I'm just not really getting any views. And that wasn't true. Yes, I was making very long videos, very long-winded videos, and that led to not getting a whole lot of views. But when it really comes down to it, the crux of why I left, why I stopped doing weekly comic reviews, why I stopped doing things like, these kind of abortive attempts at, well, I'll do a wrestling podcast and, maybe I'll just talk about movies and TV shows, all the genre pop culture crap that you see people like me doing on a weekly basis. One of the reasons I stopped was because there were just people that were better than me doing it and doing it much better. So that's why I decided to stop. Part one. Part two, and what is, I think, much more the case here, and when I stopped, has to do with something that I just found out today. One of the people that I watched anytime that they put up something was a creator on YouTube, a writer named Lindsay Ellis. Now, Lindsay admittedly got herself into some hot water last year, because it's now 2022, in regards to a tweet that she sent out about the film Raya and the Last Dragon. And I'm not going to go into it. You can look it up yourself. It maybe wasn't the smartest thing to do. It was something that didn't have the nuance that she was, that she normally brought to these long, but very well thought out, planned videos, and very academic videos that she would make about certain pieces of popular culture. And they were always fascinating to me. And I didn't always agree with everything that they said, but I thought it was a very interesting point of view. And that is part and parcel the main reason that I ended up leaving YouTube, is because who really wants, or more to the fact, needs to see another cis, white, hetero male talking about pop culture? Why? There's enough of me's. I watch a lot of YouTube. I still do. And I don't really watch too many comics reviews anymore because, frankly, I'm not really reading that many comics. I watch people break down, I don't watch, the breakdowns of trailers and everything like that, because that's just if I spend 25 minutes, talking about a 2.5-minute trailer. I've never really understood that phenomenon, and I don't really care to. I do like channels like Cinema Wins, which is the perfect antidote for the stupidity of Cinema Sins, which is just a bunch of, or a couple of entitled white idiots talking about, why movie X sucks. And Cinema Wins is why movie X actually is really good, because part of their whole thing is that every movie is somebody's favorite movie out there. So why bother shitting on it all the time? So I wanted to search out more creators that were women, that were people of color, that were, that were NBs, that were trans, that were gay, lesbian, asexual, that were, basically people that I didn't see all the time, all day, every day. Because again, you don't need more of this. And I'm not, okay, if you are a cis white male out there that's straight and you continue to do this, I'm not yelling at you saying you're bad for doing it. Okay? I'm saying I didn't feel that I had anything left to say that hadn't already been said. I felt that there was, for lack of a better term, I was taking away bandwidth from somebody from a different point of view. From someone who came at comics and movies and TV shows from a different lens. Because one of the things about the community of YouTube content creators is that a lot of those creators tend to be kind of one type of person. They're usually white, they're usually male. I don't have the raw data, but you know what I'm talking about. Because you can make that claim and say, yep, he's right. So why not let other people come in? Because I became superfluous. I don't have a problem with that. I would much rather, and this is not necessarily coming out of something that's completely altruistic. It's not like me leaving gave somebody else time. Somebody of a different group of people. All of a sudden they had a platform. I mean, my platform was, this. And I know that some of you out there who are watching this may be like, who cares, whatever. It's just another white guy who's, just either white knighting or trying to be an ally or whatever. And I don't think there's anything wrong with trying. Because I do want to be an ally. I want to be an ally to those creators who have a different point of view and have a different voice. That I don't look in the screen and I see myself being reflected to me, because let's face it, most of mass media in this country is reflected towards me. The vast majority of mass media, books, television, film, whatever, it's all geared towards dudes that look like me. That's just the way it's the way it's been, and I wanted to, I guess, be part of the change. To say no more. I'm not doing this anymore. I need to stop because again, I wasn't even a cog in the machine. So again, don't mistake this as me saying, well, I was so big that I was taking away time from other people. No, it's just that I was so, I didn't matter. My thoughts and opinions didn't matter on YouTube as much as a different voice would. Someone that doesn't look like me, someone that doesn't think like me. I've had a real education over the course of the last decade in regards to what life is like out there for different groups of people on YouTube. And we all know that social media in general is basically a cesspool. But the worst, meanest thing that I ever had to deal with on YouTube was when I did a short 15-minute video on why I hated Tim Burton's Batman. And people would say mean things to me every once in a while. I would get like an alert to people who had watched it and said, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot and you suck and whatever." But nobody said, "Hey, you need to die. I'm going to rape you, or you should be." I mean, this is something that female creators get, particularly extremely popular female creators get all the time. It's something that that trans women get all the time. It's something that anybody with a point of view that is not white, hetero, male, they get that a lot. And that's wrong. I mean, it's just so fundamentally wrong in so many ways. So, I mean, Twitter is fine for me to kind of discuss how I feel about movies or whatever. And, I have a Letterboxd account. I can review my movies there, and nobody really cares. Again, I'm not trying to be a social media influencer or anything like that. I'm not trying to have 100,000 subscribers. That would be cool, but I'm not trying to have that. I'm just trying to, and even on Twitter, I realized that, the kind of uselessness of me voicing my particular opinions, in the sense that hoping that someone will kind of agree with them, because I don't, I'd like to think that I'm not that insecure, that I need followers. I need people to agree with me. I need people to reflect, or I need to be able to reflect the way that other people feel, and then they will like me. I'm older than that now. It's time. It was time for me to set that part of myself on YouTube aside, because again, I wasn't all that necessary, and maybe that would lead the 10 or 11 people that did subscribe to me, lead them to find to find someone somewhere else that had a different voice, that was different from them, and that was able to look at the medium of comics, or the medium of film, or the medium of literature, or the medium of television in a different lens. And how interesting would that person be? A lot more interesting than me. I can guarantee you that. Or all the millions of YouTubers that look like me. I'm here. There's a bookcase behind me. There's, some of my wife's clothes that she's trying to sell on Poshmark that, I don't have a cool green screen setup. I don't have, a headset and a boom mic. I just have a phone right now, and this is it. And so what I'm saying is, and the reason that I bring up Lindsay Ellis is that, all the things that she had to deal with. And again, it wasn't criticism. That's not what we're talking about here. Constructive criticism is a healthy, helpful thing for any creator, anywhere. But threats of violence, name calling, what does that help? I mean, who does that serve other than you? It doesn't. It only serves you, and it only hurts the person that, and I know that's some people's aim. Some people aim to just get those voices off of social media platforms, to take that platform away. Bad actors acting in bad faith. Real pieces of shit. And you know who I'm talking about. So I'm not going to drone on and on and on and on, trying to make myself seem more important. What I'm saying is, if you are watching this, go seek out other creators. Go seek out people that are different from you, that have different points of view than you, that have different life experiences than you and give them a shot.